Hi, I'm Todd Jones, host of the podcast Pressbox Access. Here's a clip from my interview with Tim Kurkjian. Tim's enjoyable conversations with Tony Gwynn included talk about a favorite bat used by the Hall of Fame hitter. When you think about it, data, stats, data analysis now has grown. It's just another way to appreciate the game, but really it also gets back to the characters who play the game. It's the people and the moments that you witness. That's what ties it all together. And do you have a favorite all-time character, a favorite go-to guy in terms of just talking baseball?
Well, Cal Ripken is probably that guy, but a very close number two is Tony Gwynn. When you go talk to Tony Gwynn, it would be like the conversation, Todd, that you and I are having. It's a conversation. It's not a question and answer period. It's Tony and I bouncing things back and forth. I can't even begin to tell you how many times I sat with him and I learned so much just talking to him. For instance, he told me in 1994, the year he hit 394, that he used one bat the entire season. Now,
Really?
he only kept it out for, hard-throwing left-handers who might get the ball in on him, someone like Jeff Facero, but that was very few and far between. Otherwise, he used one bat. He used to call it 7 grains of pain because of the damage that he did. One bat the whole year. Pete Incaviglia told me once he broke 144 bats one year. That's 12 dozen. 144 because he just overpowered the bat with the skinny handle and the barrel the size of a canned ham. But Tony had a little bat, big handle, and he just hit line drives all over the place. So he broke that bat the next spring training, hitting on a backfield alone with Rob Picholo, one of the coaches. He broke it in batting practice. And Tony looks at me and he goes, I almost started to cry. And Rob Picholo told me, I almost started to cry also. That's how good Tony Gwynn was, and that's one of a million stories I could tell you about him. He was just the guy I wanted to sit down and talk to more than anyone because he was a character, but because his baseball IQ was probably the highest of anyone I've ever covered in my 42 years.
Well, I do remember I was fortunate when I was working in Cincinnati and the Padres came into town, and I sat with Tony at Old Riverfront Stadium and had a one-on-one. And I remember looking back on it now, again, with the time and perspective to think about this and thinking, I'm this geek who was playing, dice baseball games as a kid, and now I'm sitting here having a half-hour conversation about hitting with Tony Gwynn. And that's where you start to appreciate what baseball can do for you if you're fortunate enough to have the type of access that we had and to do the work that we did.